I hate how dark it gets so early. It's 5:30 and the sun is already setting. I was struggling to decide what I wanted to record today, but then my dog looked at me looking all depressed, and it became quite evident that I needed to take him on a walk, which reminded me of the last upload I was supposed to post. Following my life after layoff video, I definitely went out that following week and recorded a video where I was walking my dog and I was talking about my future plans for starting like a weight loss series and the goals I had set up for the rest of the year. However, once I finished recording the video, I finished the walk, and I looked back at the video, I hated what I saw. Like, I just felt so fat. And I remember I spoke to my best friend and I was telling her, you know, there's some friction. There's some friction when it comes to me and creating content, and I'm not sure what it is. But deep down, I always knew what it was. I'm the one who's editing these videos, honey. For me to have to look at a face that I just didn't like seeing, even now, girl, double chin is double chinning, but I just didn't feel comfortable on camera and I wasn't motivated to post. In that video, I spoke of how the actions in my past got me to where I was today, and how I've always just been a person who has a goal and just does the thing. Unintentionally being an alchemist, you know, having a dream and making sure that my lived experience matches to what the actions of a person with that goal would be doing. Ironically, I feel like that is why we're here today. I didn't like what I saw in the camera. I didn't like how heavy I was. I was very self-conscious about it. And so I dedicated the last few months to locking in with my gym goals, and I have lost 50 pounds, baby. 50 pounds. I've never been this consistent with going to the gym and eating right, making sure that I'm going to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week, cooking healthy meals at home, and just making sure I'm achieving the goals that I want to set me up for the future. So I don't know, it felt kind of symbolic to come out here with the dog and do another walk and try to record another video with this new perspective. So what did I do differently this time that made losing weight something more sustainable in the long term? Like, what was the long-term approach that allowed me to actually achieve my goals? For starters, I wasn't clocking into some stupid job that I hated. A lot of y'all are working 40 hours a week, and I feel like we truly underestimate how much that drains the spirit. You get off work, you don't want to go and then spend 2 hours lifting weights. You're already tired. I was tired. And those habits usually come associated with things that make our lives easier. When I was working 40 hours a week at a job that I hated, I was eating fast food. I didn't want to cook. I didn't have time to cook. I wanted quick, easy fixes and stuff that tasted good so that would make me feel good. I have always known that I was a stressed eater, but when I had no stress, I had no cravings. When I had no stress, I was able to actually prepare a good meal. I was craving healthy things. I feel like if I was to go and get another job that I hated, I would undo all the progress that I've made this year, and that is not conducive to the future that I want to have. So I have been prioritizing turning down job opportunities that just don't align with the lifestyle that I want to live. I'm a girl that wants to go to the gym at 2-3 in the morning, and if I have to wake up for an 8 a.m. job, that's just not gonna work. If I have to have a regular 9 to 5 where I'm putting in 40 hours a week and I'm just not happy with it, it's gonna lead to me binge eating or just wanting to eat out all the time. So that's one thing that I've been doing differently this time. Secondly, I feel like I made fitness something that was an integral part of my day. I picked a time that was reasonable and I made sure I showed up every single day. No excuses. Didn't matter if I was in the mood, didn't matter if it was raining, didn't matter if it's that time of the month. I told myself that at 12:30 I would be at the gym, and every day at 12:30 I was at the gym. If anything, give yourself like a 3-week period of just doing that, and you'll notice that suddenly your day doesn't feel right when you're not at the gym when you are usually at the gym. Like, it becomes such an integral part of my routine that when I don't do it, I feel off. It feels like my day has gone amiss. Another thing I tried to do was make it challenging, make it fun. Every month I give myself a new fitness challenge. It's usually something that I don't want to do, but I know that I'm only doing it for a month and it's challenging me to be a better version of myself. And so, I don't know, it feels like a lighter commitment. Some of the challenges that I was doing was one month I had 15K steps per day. Another month was doing 30 minutes on the Stairmaster because I hate the Stairmaster. And I also did a step challenge, like doing a 45 minutes of step aerobics every day. So just incorporating these little fitness challenges that were not easy. Most of the times were things that I didn't want to do, but I knew that if I could do it at the end of the month, like, I was just a better version of myself. And I don't know, that was just something to look forward to. Like, what's the challenge for this month? Another thing I implemented was setting up a reward system, not based around cheat meals. I don't like the idea of cheat meals. I feel like in your weight loss journey, nutrition should be something that you're not punishing yourself with. A cheat meal feels like I'm rewarding myself for punishing myself for the entire week, if that makes sense. So I didn't want to do a food-based reward system, but I do love anime, and I do spend a lot of my time watching anime at the crib. So I told myself, no more anime at the crib. You're not allowed to watch anime at home. You're only allowed to watch anime when you're doing cardio. It made me more consistent with going to the gym because I knew that that was the only time I was going to be able to catch up on my favorite shows, if that makes sense. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I'm getting very annoyed because it's getting dark and Astro keeps stopping every 5 to 10 seconds to smell a mailbox. And I do want the walks to be about him. The walks are less about me and more about him getting out the house, because I know those 4 walls are the only things he sees on a day-to-day basis. So with that being said, as we lose the sunlight, I'm wrapping this video up, but I look forward to talking to y'all more, hopefully in a structured environment where the outside elements are not distracting me. But that's it for day 2. I'll see you guys tomorrow.